He's gonna punch me really hard, isn't he?
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Takara Transformers Adventures Voyager class Battle Grimlock. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right here you have a picture of Grimlock in his alt mode, and then you have a picture of Grimlock all like, ah! And on the side of the box he's like, ah! And on the other side of the box he's all like, transform! And then he's all like, ah! And on the back of the box you have your obligatory, well, action shot there. He's just owning Frenzy and Rumble. And of course, if you have the Japanese version of the app, you can scan the toy to unlock stuff and yada yada yada. And there you have the profile if you want to read it. If you can read it, you can do so. So there you have that. And of course, you get Sad Pac-Man! And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have Battle Grimlock, which is a heavy remold of the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock mold. And I really like the way this came out. This thing came out really good. Now, some things they did not fix. If you had a big issue with all of the hollowness, in the underbelly, guess what? It's still there. They didn't fix any of that. So if that's an issue, then guess what? It's still an issue. But I'm sure the third-party companies that already made filler pieces for the original mold will probably be making filler pieces for this mold as well. So, yeah, no. I'm sure it'll happen. I don't doubt it one bit. But, still very well done. Looks really good. Getting close here on the head sculpt. Very nice head sculpt. Very nice paintwork. You know, painting his eye right there, nice and blue. The yellow in some places looks like it could have used another coat because you can kind of see the green kind of bleeding through here. In some places the yellow could have used another coat. Like right up top, it looks good. But moving down, again, nice paint apps. I mean, they're nice and crisp for the most part. They even picked out little bits there in the hips. That looks really cool. And of course, there's the sticker. So if you have the app, you can go ahead and scan it. There you go. Free scan on me. There you have it. But yeah, nice paintwork. I like the gunmetal gray they used here in some of the parts. And yeah, very cool. Very nicely done. Articulation-wise, he can open and close his mouth. You can move his bottom jaw up and down. You can actually move his upper jaw a little bit. So even upper jaw has a little bit of movement to give him a little extra roaring action there. You can move the neck up and down if you want. That's using the transformation joint, but you can use it for posability if you wish. His little arms are on a ball joint that you can pop off. Get back on there. You get back on there. So again, you have nice full range of movement there with his little arms. The legs are tabbed into place, but of course you can just untab them and move them around as you wish. They're on a ratchet joint there, and you can see it just tabs in right in there. And that's another difference in the mold, because in the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock mold, the legs actually went under the body and tabbed in, up here, and on this version of the mold, they tab into the side of the body, so a little modification they did there. You do have rotation right here above the knee, and you have a soft ratcheted knee joint right there. And you can wiggle his toes up and down. You can wiggle that heel piece up and down. No movement at the tail. Basically the same articulation as the Fall of Cybertron mold. So there you have that. I'm standing straight here. Stand. You stand. You stand. I don't know why I turned into Sean Connery when I said that. You stand now. You stand like a dinosaur. I don't know what's happening anymore. Anyway, for comparison, here he is with the three-step changer Grimlock, the Hero class Grimlock. And you would say, a little bit smaller than the three-step changer. Definitely a lot better than the three-step changer, I will say that. And here he is with the Warrior class Grimlock. So you can see how all three of them look together. And definitely this is the best version of RID Grimlock that's on the market right now. I mean, I like the Warrior mold. I think it's definitely one of the best, if not the best, figures of the line. Even despite the fact that apparently his elbows can explode, but thankfully mine hasn't had that problem. But still, I think this is one of the better, if not the best, the best figure of the line so far. Although on mine, he doesn't like to keep his mouth shut. Stop, close. There you go. But you'll let flies in. Come on now. But there you have the 3 Grimlocks right there, so you can see how they compare with each other. Here he is with Warrior Bumblebee, so you can see how they look together. And again, that seems right. That seems about right. So there you have that. And here he is with the original version of the mold, Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. And as you can see, I mean, heavy remolding. They really do not share a lot of parts. The parts they share are minimal. They do share the Dino Mode arms. Those are the same mold, which is one thing I wish they did remold. I wish they were remolded to look, more, screen accurate like these. They just used the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock arms, unfortunately. But again, considering how much remolding they did to this, I'm not going to make a big fuss about it. But, yeah, they do share the Dino Mode arms. You stand, man. They share the Dino Mode arms. They share the feet right here. This section right here, they share. That has the same mold. And this upper part right here above the knee, they also share that as well. The tail, they share. What become the robot mode feet are the same mold, and obviously, a lot of the armature here, like this bit right here, is the same mold. The armature that, works the legs and all the transformation in the legs, those are the same mold. But other than that, I mean, it's the same toy, and yet it's not the same toy, which is, this just seems uncomfortable. Why are you so close? Would you like some gum? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, you can see here just how much remolding went into this figure. It's crazy. It really, really is. Like, I know I'm holding the same toy in my hand, but it still feels like I'm holding a totally different toy in my hand. That's just, I love it when that happens. I love it when they can do that successfully. So yeah, that he does include weapons, and it's basically the same weapons that Fall of Cybertron Grimlock came with, just cast in a different color, like your Fall of Cybertron Grimlock's weapons. You can see, I mean, they use the same gunmetal gray here, but the plastic itself is a totally different color to more match this Grimlock's color scheme. So you have that, you have the shield, and you have the same sword. Again, just the plastic color is different. And you can store them the same way. He does have the ports here on his hips, so you can just take them and just plug that in there, and plug that in there, and it looks ridiculous. But hey, it's storage. It's storage. Would have been nice if you could take all this and just shove it in these big gaps or something, but hey, it is what it is, ladies and gents. It is what it is, peoples. So let's just get right down to transformation, shall we? Now, transformation is basically the same as Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. There's not much new going on here. So we'll start off with the legs. Just come back here and split that. And just flip the feet up. And then you just bring the legs down on this double hinge. And there's that clip right there that will clip onto the tail. So just push that in there. That will clip in, lock that in place. Bring that down. Clip that in, and there you got his legs all done. Make sure those feet are flipped all the way out. The hinges on mine are quite tight. So get those feet flipped all the way up. Then you just take the arms here, you untab them, then you just bring them out, bring them down, bring the camera up so people can see what you're doing. There we go. And then you just bring out the fist, close that up, and you can angle the little claws however you want. You can bring them in, bring them back. Totally up to you. Second verse, same as the first, just untab, bring it out, bring it down, flip out the fist, close that up, like that. And then you take the dino head and you bring that down, you untab this little section right here, bring that in. One thing that does worry me though is there is a bit of a clearance issue here, at least on my copy of the toy, where when you're pushing the dino head down into this section here, you can see there's bumpage going on here. You can see this little corner right here will bump right into his jaw here, his cheek, and it does make me kind of worry about the paint. It does it on both sides, so I find myself having to kind of pull the sides apart a little bit when I'm flipping this down, just to kind of alleviate that a little bit. But yeah, that makes me worried about the paint. Now, I've transformed this guy quite a few times already, and it seems like the paint has held up. It doesn't seem like anything is like chipped off or faded or anything, so it looks like it's holding up pretty good for now, but I don't know how well it'll hold up over time, so. But something to note there. So just bring the head all the way down. You can bring the little dino arms up. Ooh, this one loves to pop off. So bring the little dino arms up, and then, of course, just like Fall Cybertron Grimlock, this whole assembly will go right into his back. Fill that all in. And then you take this panel right here, untab that, and flip that around, and that will just close up this little gap here. I mean, it doesn't totally close it up, but it at least makes it less of a gap. So that's one new little bit of transformation there. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have Battle Grimlock in his robot mode. And I love the robot mode. It looks so good. I really, 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 really like it. I really do. Getting close here on the head sculpt. It's a very nice head sculpt. The eyes, I don't know how well you can see the eyes, but the eyes are nicely painted. And I will say again, I think the yellow on the face, like this paint on the face here, could have used maybe another coat, a little bit, just a little bit, but still looks very, very cool. And even some of the yellow details here on his shoulders are picked out in paint, and this looks very, very nice. I really dig it. Again, just the level of remolding on this figure is crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, articulation-wise, his head is just on a swivel. I can only go that far. That's it, just due to the way the collar is sculpted. That's all the head movement you're going to get out of him. There's, again, it's just a swivel. There's no ball joint, so it's just left and right. So that's all you're going to get. Shoulders can do a full 360. They can go in and out. I'm really happy that this joint isn't a ratchet anymore, because on Fall Cybertron Grimlock, on my copy of it anyway, that ratchet was like stupid tight, and I hated moving his shoulders outward. And now it's just a simple friction joint, and that makes me really happy. Of course, you do get a bicep swivel. You do get about 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. He does have a wrist swivel. Nothing at the waist. Legs can go forward, or nice ratchet joints. Can go backwards. Can go outward, but only that much. That's all the outward movement you're going to get. You do get a thigh swivel. You do get ratcheted knees with about 90 degrees of bend there, and you can wiggle his toe. Well, you can move his toe down, but that doesn't really serve much use, but it's something. It moves. It moves at least. And again, it's in the little bits here on his collar. Actually picked out in yellow. So some of the yellow paint on his collar piece right here is a little sloppy, you can see. It's kind of a little bit of overspray right there. But on this side it's a bit cleaner. But this side definitely is just kind of like but not the end of the world as far as I'm concerned anyway. So there you have that. And, of course, you can give him his weapons. You can plug his shield here into his forearm. Give him his sword. There you go. Now he's armed and ready for battle, because he is Battle Grimlock, obviously. So what else is he going to be ready for? I mean, really. It's his name. It's what he does. It's who he is. Anyway, for comparison, here he is with the 3-step Grimlock here, and we'll bring in the Warrior class Grimlock there. You can see how he looks. I mean, he's a little bit shorter than the 3-step changer, but obviously looks a lot better than the 3-step changer. I think, honestly, I mean, only looks a little bit better than the Warrior class. Like I said, I love this mold. I have no problem with this mold whatsoever. Again, thankfully, like, the elbows on mine never exploded. They're still good. They still work just fine. You know, I like this mold, but, you know, this is definitely what people wanted. They wanted a Voyager. So if they just taken this and blown this up to Voyager size, I still would have been happy. But it's cool that that Takara did what they did. So now let's try to get a group shot here. We're going to try. So let's get Strong Arm right here. We'll get Side Swipe on this side. We're going to see if we can do this. We're going to try. We're going to try, peoples. We're going to try here. Let's get Drift. Let's get Jazz over here. We'll get Prime. We'll get Bumblebee in here. You stand, Bumblebee. You stand. Bring in, oops, I dropped him flat on his face. Sorry about that. Fix It. And then we have Fix It. And we'll even bring in the Minicons here. And, yeah, let's pull back a little bit. There you go. And that definitely works a lot better. That's the way it should be right there. That looks great. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So there you go. Yes, that's very good. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm Sean Connery. I don't know why Sean Connery is here, but yes. Nice toys. Yes. I don't know what's happening anymore. I really don't. Anyway. Let's bring in some Decepticons here. So here we got the Deployer Fracture. Here we got Thunderhoof. There we got Steeljaw right there. You can see how he scales with those guys. So there you have that. And here he is with Big Bad Megatronus right there. And I'm still looking for that Warrior class Megatronus that Toys R Us is putting out. My Toys R Us still hasn't gotten it yet. So, but I'm looking for it. When they finally put him out, I will pick him up and take a look at him. But yeah, so you have that, and also here he is with the 3-step changer Prime. Let's see how he scales there. And here he is with the huge Takara Prime right there. Still, that doesn't quite work. But again, this doesn't really scale with anything, right? That's right. That's what we're here for. Transformers Adventure. Yes. But anyway, as far as Battle Grimlock goes, oh, one more comparison that I completely almost forgot. I was about to start wrapping things up. The original version of the mold. Right there. And again, you can see the just humongous amount of remolding that was done. Again, they share not a lot parts-wise. Again, they share, you know, the forearms and the fists. They share this lower parts of the thigh. Again, they share the armature here. The little armature there for the legs and the tail. They share feet, and from the looks of it, that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's the same toy, but yet it's not the same toy. and it's amazing. It really, really is. It's just a world of difference, even though, at the skeleton, it's the same mold. It's just, it's insane. It's insanity on so many levels. I don't even know why it's making me talk like that. I just don't know. Anyway, so, as far as Battle Grimlock goes, like I said, I really love this. Really, this is what Hasbro should have given us in the first place. I mean, granted, I'm sure some people might be upset that he's just a remold instead of an original mold, but honestly, I think they knocked this out of the park. I think they did a really just bang up job with this. And like I said, even though it is the same toy, you feel like you're holding a completely different toy in your hand because they share so little parts. That it kind of makes you forget, oh yeah, this is Fall Cybertron Grimlock. It's just really, really, really well done. I really like it, and yeah, like I said, we should have gotten this in the first place. Again, no knock against the Warrior Grimlock because it's a very good figure, but this is really what we should have gotten in the first place, and I'm really happy with them. I'm really happy I bought this. Very, very cool. I dig it. I dig it very, very much. I actually found this guy on Mandarake because BBTS hasn't gotten him in stock yet. He's still on pre-order on BBTS. I actually came across him on Mandarake and I actually got him for way cheaper than BBTS is selling him for. Shh! Don't tell anyone I told you that. I'll put a link down below. Doesn't mean you'll find one, though. I haven't seen one since. So, again, I don't know. Even if you go on Mandarake, I don't know if you'll find one. Because after I bought this one, I haven't seen one since. So, it's very rare that Transformers stuff pops up on there. So, that's just, hey. You can look on Mandarake, but good luck. But I'll put a link to it down below, so you can check it out. And maybe you can find one. So, because I basically paid I think it was 2,000 yen, which in American is I think $17, plus shipping, which is way cheaper than, importing him from any other online store. So I lucked out. Maybe you will too. Again, I'll put the link to Mandarake. You can check and see if you can come across one yourself. But like I said, very cool figure. I dig it. I love all the work they put into this to make this feel like something totally different, even though this is a toy you've already messed with. Very well done. Very, very well done. So, of course, if you would like a Battle Grimlock of your own, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so do check that out. And again, you can check out Mandarake as well. And you can also check out my Robots in Disguise playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's pretty much it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Takara Transformers Adventures Voyager class Battle Grimlock, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Alright, Grim, we have a very important mission, and stealth is of the utmost importance. But, do I get to punch something really hard? No. No. Why not? Look, missions aren't just about punching things. Well, it's the most fun part of a mission. He actually has a point there. But no! We try to resolve things peacefully. No, all right. But if a Decepticon attacks me, I could punch him really hard, right? In that case, yes. Okay, good. Now look, there's one now. Man, I hate these recon missions. I can think of a million things I'd rather do than this. Ah! Yeah, take that! Grim, he didn't attack you! He was thinking about it. Ah, Thunderhoff.